next topic, we're going to reinforce the belief number 3. We are the creators of our own reality. Quantum physics and spirituality, how they relate. Do you know what quantum physics are and how it relates to spirituality? This scientist and physicist Nassim Haramein from the Quantum University said, a lot of what we do with this energy has to do with interpretation. There is a field our bodies interacting with. In ancient civilizations it was called chi or prana or mala, and many other ways. Something else that is all about a field of information, a field of energy that connects everything and is in everything. Quantum physics is the study of the subatomic particles that makes us and makes this universe, physical universe, as we perceive it. There is one famous experiment called the double slit experiment. It consisted in shooting electrons across two small slits, and the result is that in the screen the pattern is similar to a wave, not like particles. Particles, it should like show only two lines. However, the experiment is resulting in something like a wave. If you put water, waves of water, that is the pattern shown for waves. If they do it with light, they see the same effect. The screen is showing a pattern made by waves and not particles. So they started with this idea of putting some detectors, because they were asking the question, are electrons waves or particles? Are photons waves or particles? Why is that an electron is a particle but we see in the pattern of a wave? What is the secret behind? These scientists starting adding detectors, or starting measuring the trajectory of the electrons before they hit the screen. And that observation, that simple observation without altering the trajectory of the actual electrons, resulted in a pattern of particles. The simple observation without affecting the trajectory of the electrons before they hit the screen made a change in the result of the experiment. Simple observation. They were not modifying anything in the experiment. They were just measuring and observing, and observation changed the results. That is a very weird phenomenon. So the simple observation leading to different results in the experimentation, where electrons not observed behave as waves and electrons observed or measured behave as particles. Why is that? That's such a phenomenon that we're still trying to answer. So the two-slit electron gun experiment, the simple observation leads to different results in the experimentation. Does it mean that there is a consciousness making material or real what we observe? Is that the answer? Perhaps yes. Many believe it, maybe many don't believe it. So does it mean that there's a consciousness in everything? Perhaps we are the creators of our own reality. Does it mean that everything we are not observing is just a wave? So when we observe, we start creating something material, something that is a wave, that is converted to particles by observing as the creators of our own reality? I came up with an idea. This is me playing with the equation of relativity from Einstein, and I wonder whether we assume that we as human beings, we are made of mass and distance. If that's the case, then mass equal 1 and distance equal 1 too. Understanding that E is equal energy, M is mass in this equation, and C is the speed of light, and the speed of light is a velocity, distance divided by time. So if we replace these variables in the equation, this is what we have at the end. Energy equal 1 multiplied by 1 elevated by 2 divided by time elevated by 2, which results that energy is equals frequency elevated by 2, because 1 divided by time elevated by 2 is frequency elevated by 2. So if I derive the energy, that should be 2 frequency, or the derivation of energy is a frequency. And a frequency, you know what it is? It's just a wave, a simple wave. And a wave is irrational number, is information. So this is the pattern of a wave. Is crest up, crest down. So we say 100% is 0 and then minus 100%, which leads me to think that there is a 101 binary or trinary code, information, an irrational number that is just a trend. That is a wave, a frequency. And if I circle the frequency, is very similar to a yin and the yang, which leads me to think to another phenomenon of quantum physics, the entanglement. Do you know what is quantum entanglement? Quantum entanglement phenomenon is something that keeps two particles connected after they have interacted. They might be in complete opposite sides in the universe, completely away from each other, and they have a direct connection, and they are instantaneously communicating with each other. And that's a phenomenon that is still being understood. There's still some hypotheses that might explain this phenomenon. This is one of the hypotheses. Einstein came up with the wormhole theory. So we think that this quantum entanglement is a wormhole between two particles. So in my mind I was thinking, if there is a massive entanglement of electrons or protons at the same time, we might create a collective wormhole, and at the same time a portal. That could be a possibility. That would be the way we can truly prove whether that hypothesis is true, whether the entanglement is a wormhole between two particles. And that's a great opportunity for creating teletransportation. We just need the right tools and the right environment to do that kind of experiment. I'm sure scientists that have tried something like that, there's a lot of technology that is just not in the market, that nobody knows about it, but I think that's a part of the future, and the hope of getting things easier and better for humanity. Quantum computing is also something that is being developed by science today. Those quantum computers have exponential capacity for processing very complex equations and mathematical calculations that a regular supercomputer today is not capable to reproduce. So with quantum computing using artificial intelligence, the unencryption of defensive security layers might be threatened. Quantum computing might eventually unencrypt secure systems, could help in creation of virtual realities, and also developments in medicine, which is very promising. However, this could be used wrong. Can you visualize a future of artificial intelligence using this powerful quantum computing? Think about it. Does it maybe remind you some movies? Perhaps Terminator, matrix, iRobot, you call it. Yes, such technological advantages could be used wrong. But there is hope. Do you think we have to understand before fear? Absolutely, we have to understand and not fear. So this potential threat to humanity had to be understood. If quantum entanglement is something that is happening to many or millions and trillions and is happening all around the universe in every single subatomic particle that even forms our body and our furniture, our houses, the air, the living creatures, it means that if everything is entangled, everything is connected. Everything is connected. Is that maybe the universal consciousness that is creating the reality, that is converting a wave into a particle after we observe it? Because there's exactly where the entanglement happens. When it becomes a particle, when we observe it, there is an entanglement. Everything is connected, and yes, a universal consciousness creating the reality we observe might be present all the time and is in everything. What if our brain is like a quantum computer? We experience this life thanks to our brain. However, it is blinded. Our crown chakra, our brain is blinded by what we call the matrix, the social matrix, and oppressive systems that, or dark psychology that won't allow us to follow our natural instincts, our natural ways of living. We may unplug our mind from this matrix and connect our consciousness to the universal consciousness or ether, or the universal entanglement where everything is connected. So it's imperative that we unplug from this social matrix and connect to the universal consciousness to overcome any future challenge, such as quantum computing being used by artificial intelligence. How do we do that? Meditation. Quantum meditation. If you would like to experience this connection to the universal consciousness, I would highly encourage you to watch and follow this recorded meditation technique. Thank you.
We're going to start a guided meditation now. Please sit in a comfortable position with your back straight and your eyes closed. Become aware of your breathing. The inhalation and the exhalation. Slow, deep breaths. Inhalation and the exhalation. Breathing in and exhaling twice as long as the inhalation. You're going deeper and deeper into relaxation with every breath. With each inhalation, you're breathing a golden light into your heart. filling every part of your body with golden light. You may start to feel every part of your body with golden light. You may start to feel you're dissolving with each breath. Dissolving into space where there's nothing above you, nothing below you, nothing around you. Just you, made of golden light. Streaming out of stars, out of the cosmos. All of the universe. All is you. With each breath, deeper and deeper, going into awareness and consciousness. There's no smell, there's no touch, just awareness. In this blissful state, still being aware of your breathing and going deeper and deeper into a connection. There's no gravity, there's no intention, there's no forces influencing you, no time, no urge. Just consciousness. Still going deeper and deeper into a state of total awareness. You are dissolving more and more into everything. There's no light. There's no darkness. There's just nothingness but you. You and awareness and connection with yourself. You are energy. You are light. You are the divine. You are everything, and everything is you. You are the divine, and the divine is you. Feel energy flowing and moving. You are the energy, extensions of yourself. The universe is frequencies and waves. And you are the frequencies. You are everything. And everything is you. Travel and create, visualize. Where your true self your higher being wants to show you. Slowly and complete relaxation as you stream back to the earth. Back to your body. Back to your heart. Awareness of thought, feeling your body, your toes, your fingers, and your breathing. Knowing that at any time you're connected to everything with each breath, with every thought. Connected to your heart. And everything is connected to you. Still feeling very relaxed and in full awareness. When you're ready, gently come back to the present. And open your eyes when you feel it's the time to. Welcome back. How was that for you? What did you experience? Where are you now?